Hello, grade 2 students. How are you doing? I hope you are all okay and you are all safe at home. Now let's start with our lesson. As you know, we are in Unit 2, Animals and Their Environments, Activity 1, Similarities and Differences Between Animals. So today we are going to have a quick revision about our lesson, and next time we will move to continue with our exercises. Let's start with the revision. We said that not all animals are the same. They have similarities and they have differences. How are animals the same and how are they different? Let's find out, or let's refresh our memories. So, here we have a group of different animals. We have the bird, giraffe, tiger, monkey, cow, zebra, we have an elephant. So you see we have different animals. Look at these animals. Are they all the same? Do they all look the same? Do they have the same shape? No, of course not. Do they have some similarities? Yes, you might find some similarities. For example, all of these animals have tails. They all have tails, right? You see, tail here, tail, tail. Each animal, all of them have tails, right? And all of them have eyes. They all have eyes. So you see, we can find some similarities, but how are they different? This is what we are going to talk about. So, do all animals have the same shape? Do they all have the same shape? No, not all animals have the same shape. Each animal is different from the other. How some animals are tall, some small, some big, so they have different shapes. Do they have the same habitat? And we said that when we say habitat, we mean that it's the place of living for the animals. So it's the environment they live in. Let me ask you a question. The giraffe and the fish, for example, do they live in the same habitat or do they live in the same place? No, we know that the giraffe lives on land, while the fish lives in water. Other animals live in both, like the crocodile. It can live in water and it can live on land. So they have their own habitat. And other animals, like the bird, for example, they fly. The bird flies in the air. So they have different habitats. The final question here, do animals have the same food diet? Do they all eat the same food? Of course not. We know that some animals feed on meat, other animals feed on plants, so they have different food diets, right? So this is how are animals different. They have a group of differences between them. How are some animals similar and how are they different? This is what our lesson is about. We did the first page here, page 28. We did this together last time. We answered the questions. I hope you have copied the answers. If you haven't, please do. We said that these animals are different in a way and they have similarities in other ways. For example, these animals, all of them have eyes, mouth, and tail, but the cover of their body is different. We said that the snake is covered with scales, the fish is covered with scales, but the lion is covered with hair, the bird is covered with feathers. So you see, this is how are they different. And we had a conclusion that animals have similarities and differences. This was page 28. Please copy the answers if you haven't. And let's move to page 29. Please, page 29, and we have to read these two lines together. So please open your books, page 29, and let's read together. Almost all animals have eyes, mouth, tail, but they have different shapes, colors, and sizes. So as we said at the beginning of the video, we can look at the animals and see that they all have eyes, they all have mouth, and they all have tail. Maybe they all have ears, for example, okay? But they are different. How? In the shape, they have different shapes, they have different colors, they have different sizes, as well as they have different food diets, they live in different places. So you see, animals are similar in somehow, but they are different in many ways. Okay, so animals have similarities and have differences. This is our revision about the lesson. Please watch the video carefully and read this at your book, page 29. And next time we will continue, we will move to continue with our exercises. Now that's it for today and goodbye.